Om Amma. Know the basics of Sanatana Dharma. Today's topic. What is the second goal of life? That is Artha Purushartha. Episode 30. Speaker Shri Chandrasekhar J. Dear friends, in the last episodes, we have discussed elaborately about various aspects of Dharma. We have discussed about what is Dharma, what is Samanya Dharma, what is Vishesha Dharma, various aspects of Dharma, Varna Dharma, Swadharma, Ashrama Dharma, and various other aspects of it. Now, we will come to the second Purushartha, that is Artha Purushartha. Artha means money. So, our Rishis have given the success formula for the life. That is, first base your life on Dharma, that is righteousness. Based on the Dharma, earn money in the dharmic way. Then, after satisfying your desires, that is Kama, based on Dharma and Artha, you strive for moksha. Moksha means the realization of our true nature, that is eternal bliss, that is liberation from this sorrow, dear friends. So now, in this episode, we will be discussing about how to earn money, that is artha, in the dharmic way, what the sages of Sanatana Dharma have said about it. Friends, in Ishavasya Upanishad, it is said like this: Ishavasyam idam sarvam yatkinchita jagatyam jagat tena tektena bunjita magradaha kasyasvidhanam. This is what in Ishavasya Upanishad it is said like this. The meaning of this is, it is an opening verse, wonderfully conveys the spiritual essence that pervades the Indian ideal of wealth creation, dear friends. It says, in this ever-changing universe, everything is pervaded or owned by God. Hence, develop the virtue of renunciation and enjoy the life without coveting others' wealth with greed. Magrudaha kasyasvidhanam, don't covet others' wealth. So this is what it is, because everything is owned by the God. You don't possess anything because you came empty-handed, you go empty-handed. Whatever you are earning here, you have to leave it here. So this is what the essence of the wealth creation of Sanatana Dharma, dear friends. Now, there are 4 ways of earning wealth. Number 1, you can do hard work and then earn money. Number 2, you can gamble and earn money. That is an easy way of getting money. Easy money, or quick money, that's what you say. Third way is you can steal, rob, or become corrupt and earn money. And 4th way, begging or beg. So these are the 4 ways of earning money, irrespective of times, whether you are in modern times or in traditional times. It's the same way. These are the 4 ways. Borrowing also comes under begging or something, but borrowing is not the way of earning money, because you have to repay the borrowed money. Now, dear friends, all the scriptures of Sanatana Dharma, especially Vedas, advise us to earn wealth only through hard work and shun all the other 3 ways of earning which are adharmic, especially for householders. Begging is allowed for sannyasis and some brahmacharis who are on diksha. Mostly, the wealth is concentrated in the ashrama dharma of householder, that is grihastha ashrama. So that is how sannyasis are not supposed to earn, because they have to live with whatever they get. In brahmacharya, you have to be with the guru and you have to take whatever is being given. So this is what, apart from this, all others have to do the hard work and earn money, dear friends. Now, Krushito nasti durbhiksham, said our rishis. Hardworking person never gets ruined because dharma is whole of karma. The right actions are always backed by dharma. Every action involves effort. Best action evolves through best efforts. Through best action, best results come and prosperity ensues. Dear friends, if you are dharmic, if you are backed by dharma, the right actions come. Once the right action comes, then it is the right means. When you are doing the right means, there are no shortcuts. You will be only doing the hard work and all your efforts that will lead to the results. It may be favorable or it may not be favorable, but in the long run, you will never get ruined because you have the strength of dharma. That's what Atharvana Vedam says, Teya Manushyaha Krushim cha Sasyam cha Upajivanti. Human being has to live through the fruits of his own efforts. Efforts may be favorable or unfavorable, yet we have to live by what we have earned through our fruits. Then that is dharmic. In the long run, you are the winner. That is what our Vedas say. Friends, it is also said that it is king's duty to make people industrious. Na rajani krishim tanantu, says Vedic saying. Na rajani krishim tanantu. That is what it is said. King should make his people hardworking and industrious. In Mahabharata, while advising Yudhishthira, the Rajadharma, Bhishma talks about the importance of hard work. Shanti Anusasana Parva, they constitute almost 25,000 versus 1/4 of Mahabharata in those two Parvas. Total Mahabharata is 1 lakh Parvas, but in Shanti and Anusasana Parvas, you have this advice by Bhishma to Yudhishthira. In that, he elaborately discusses about Rajadharma. We will do a separate episode on Rajadharma separately after finishing Purusharthas, dear friends. Now, he advises hard work or exertion is controlled by intellect, yet hard work is superior to intelligence. He further says everything in the world is obtained through exertion and effort. Education, wealth, penance cannot be obtained without hard work, dear friends. He advises him that beggars and gamblers are to be checked and regulated in the kingdom. Begging and gambling are not allowed in the Sanatana Dharma. Now, Akshirma Divyaha Kushimat Kushiswa. It says, Rigveda says this, don't gamble for earning, but work hard for living. Vedas exhort us not to gamble for earning, but work hard for living. As we gamble, so we tumble. So Vedas advise us not to look for shortcuts and immoral ways to earn money. Lotteries, betting, dice games, political scams, other speculation businesses can be called as gambling. Indian culture shuns the living that depends on sheer luck. Dear friends, hard-earned money makes us happy and wealthy. Easy money finds exit routes early. And quick money evaporates quickly. And if you gamble, you will tumble. So you have to remember the essence of Vedas. Hard money alone will give you the pleasure in a long run, dear friends. Quick money promotes greed and laziness. Stock exchange gambling, speculative trading in commodities and futures, real estate deals, and making profit out of creating artificial hype all have single agenda of making quick bucks and easy money. Dear friends, in stock exchange, you are supposed to follow a particular methodology and science, but instead you purchase shares and sell shares it is a gamble. Similarly, in commodities and futures market, where you do speculation, it is a gamble. It is like going to a horse race. So dear friends, so this is to be shunned. This has to be abandoned. When these transactions dominate the economy and when wealth is created without hard work and is a product of hype, the economies are bound to collapse in a long run, dear friends. We are getting into economic recessions quite often because quick money makes man lazy, and as he searches for shortcuts of making money, this leads to gambling, crime, and greediness ensues. Dear friends, we are getting economic recessions quite often nowadays because whole of the concept is getting into what do you call gambling or getting into making money quick. Friends, sano bhumir vardhayate vardhamanaha ardharvana veda. The earth flourishes because of human efforts. As earth becomes wealthy, man becomes prosperous. When you follow dharma, the right actions ensues from dharma. Then when you do it for the good of the earth, for the good of the planet, then earth flourishes. When earth flourishes, man prospers. This is what the Vedic rishis have said. That's a wonderful change. With greed of making money, we are exploiting the mother earth and we are into complex problems today. You all know that, dear friends. I need not discuss about it. So your efforts should make the earth flourish. With the health becoming prosperous, you also become prosperous. This is a simple equation, dear friends. Earning by plunder. In Mahabharata, it is said, this is the essence of dharma. Do not unto others what could cause you pain if done to you. Mahabharata 5th 1517. So dear friends, you should not do something that is going to hurt others. And the same thing done to you, it also will hurt you. So a thief is in a habit of stealing from everybody. But somebody steals from him, he will be hurt. Yet he is helpless and he cannot work hard in a right way and cannot work hard in a right way, dear friends. So let us discuss about a story that is Ratnakar. It is not a story, it is the previous life of the sage Valmiki. Ratnakar was a forest thief. He used to live by robbing others. One day, he tried to rob Narada, or some people say Saptarushis. But sage told him, robbing others is a sin. Ratnakar told the sage that he was doing it for his family. Sage asked Ratnakar to find out from his family if they wish to share his son's sins also along with his earning. Sage asked Ratnakar to find out from his family if they wish to share his sins also along with his earning. He went and asked his family members if they are willing to share his sins. They said no. With a broken heart, he came back to the sage and sage advised him to do tapas. Ratnakar became a great sage, Valmiki, the writer of epic Ramayana. Dear friends, if a corrupt income tax officer is arrested for ill-gotten money, his son will not be arrested, even though he enjoys the ill-gotten money in various ways. This is what exactly happened in Ratnakar's family or sage Valmiki's family. So what corrupt people do, their sins will not be shared by the family members, dear friends. Similarly, if doctors or corporate hospitals make their patients undergo unnecessary surgeries and bill patients with huge amounts to increase their earnings, it amounts to plunder. There is a conflict of Artha versus Dharma here. If a medical fraternity follows Dharma, in the long run, the prosperity ensues. Dear friends, it does not require further explanation. Now let us come to families. Many families are withering away today. Many divorces are happening because money is the only thing that moves them. In their run to make big money, they are losing the values, and children are getting deprived of love and affection from the parents, or getting deprived of the values that is dharma. Friends, dharma alone will protect you, and as long as you protect dharma, dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. Dear friends, our greed is turning us into demons. We are becoming the missions that make money and spend money. Money and pleasures is our male and female deities. Competition and envy are becoming its preaching priests. Are we not, are we not making demons out of ourselves, dear friends? Deity being money and pleasure, and priest being envy and competition, where we are heading to, we are becoming demonic in nature, especially because of our greed and spoiling the whole nature and planet, dear friends. There is a story from Amma. This is a concise story here. A busy CEO never gives time to his 9-year-old kid. The kid becomes frustrated and asks his father to give him rupees 5,000 on his birthday, and father gives him that money. After a while, the kid gives 5,000 to father and asks him to spend an hour with him. The kid calculates his father's earning per month, say that is 36 lakhs, and then divided by per day, it comes to 1,20,000, and divided by 24, it is 5,000. And he calculates like this and pays and says that pays his calculative father, because his father is very calculative. He is calculating how much money I am losing per hour. So this is what reflect on how a small kid is teaching his father, his money-minded father, the father's dharma. Dear friends, dharma is the base for earning artha. Without dharma, if you earn money, the artha becomes useless, and it creates a lot of problems. Dharma, money alone will help you to be prosperous in life, to happy, to get, you'll be very happy, dear friends. Dharma, dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. Dear friends, lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Om shanti shanti shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om.